Hi guys, this is Suzanne and I am going to talk just briefly to you about what it's like to eat out doing the 21 Day Fix program. As we all know, eating out is just a part of life. It is going to happen for somebody's birthday, or it's going to happen on an anniversary, or it's going to happen if your girlfriends just want to go out and get something to eat. And there are ways, and I'm just going to give you a couple of tips as to how you can choose something that is more approved when you go and eat out. So there are a couple of things. When you are eating fast food, for example, if you're on the go and you have no other choice and you know you're not going to get a meal in at home to get some of your containers for that day, and you know you're going to be driving through, your best solution is always going to be one of two things: either a salad with grilled chicken on it, and keep in mind what they're putting on it. Sometimes they've got tortilla chips, or they've got wontons, or whatever. Not to say that you can't have them on your salad, just remember that they have to count for something. That's going to be one of your yellow containers. And as far as dressing goes, make sure you choose the vinaigrette or the Italian, something that is not creamy. I know we all love ranch, but something that is not creamy. Go with the Italian or a vinaigrette. And then the other option is, like, for example, somewhere like Wendy's, they have a chili there that you could have, and a baked potato, and you could eat half of the baked potato and get some chili on it. And I think they even have, I feel like they have broccoli. Maybe they don't have broccoli at Wendy's. Anyway, that's beside the point. But you could also have a baked potato and some chili. You just need to keep in mind what it is that you're eating. When you're eating out to dinner, a couple of things. First of all, this has got to be one of the very easiest plans to eat out with. So you need to look for a dish that has a meat and a vegetable and a starch, okay? And here's just a couple of little tips as to how to make it more approved. First of all, try not to choose something that has breaded chicken. Go with grilled. It's much better for you. And it's also going to be Fix approved. Also, if you are having a steak, make sure that you ask if they are going to put a big slab of butter on top. Because skip the butter, but man, eat up the steak. And the other option that you have is if you're out of carbs, for example, if you last minute are going out with your girlfriends and you didn't know, and so you couldn't plan for it, and all you have left is a protein and 2 of your vegetables, then go ahead and ask them to give you double veggies instead of your potatoes, your mashed potatoes or whatever. Baked potato is always going to be better than mashed, because they aren't going to put any of the butter in the baked potato like they do mashed potatoes, and it's also not going to have the salt content. So those are just a couple of my tips as far as eating out goes. Don't drink your calories if you're eating out. Make sure that you drink water. As far as dessert goes, if you've got to cheat for the week, then that's your choice. Make sure that you choose something that's got fruit and it seems more fresh, because obviously that's more approved than, deep fried ice cream or something like that. Anyway, I just wanted to make this quick video of just a couple of the tips. If you have any suggestions, or you have any questions about specifically a certain place, what somebody would get, here's just a couple. Here's my go-to. Okay, here's like my list, my top 3. If I'm in my hometown and I want a Jimmy John's sandwich, I get an unwich. Oh yes, let me talk about that. Protein style, right? You get an unwich, or you get an In-N-Out burger protein style, so they don't give you the bun. Okay, and that alleviates a lot of your carb problems. So you can get things protein style, or you can get a salad. So at Jimmy John's, I would get a turkey unwich, and I'd get guacamole on it instead of mayonnaise. Okay, look for a replacement for mayo and stuff like that, because that's obviously going to add just more fat, and it's not an approved food on the list. So go with that. At McDonald's, I hate to say that I ever eat at McDonald's, but sometimes that's what happens. I get their Southwest chicken salad with grilled chicken on it, and I use about half of the dressing, or I get the vinaigrette. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. At Wendy's, I get their apple pecan salad, and I just put just a small handful of the pecans on there, and I get their vinaigrette that comes with that. Is actually really low calorie and is just very, very basic. Anyway, those are just a few of the places. I know there are tons of places to go. You can get a grilled sandwich and take off half of the bun if you only have one carb to use. You can do all sorts of things to make the foods that you eat when you need to eat out. You can make them approved. It's all about making the choice. And I think that that's the biggest thing. Make the choice that when you go out, you are going to actually make the effort to stay on your plan, to keep up with what you're doing, and to use those containers that you need to at that meal, instead of throwing in the towel and saying, well, whatever, I'm just eating out this one meal. Because for a lot of us, it happens more often than we think it will. And then you've got a problem because, you know, every week or every few days, you are eating out and eating off of the plan. So make the decision in your mind that you're going to stay on the plan, and you can always, always, always find something that you can have on the plan. All right, I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions or you have specific places that you want to know what one of us might order, go ahead and put it in the comments, and we'll be sure to give you some suggestions as to what we would eat at that place. All right, take care, you guys.